where quality meets value. Ambition breeds hard work and success. My spirit rose with faith so true. At my door, opportunities priceless, where quality meets value. Ambition breeds hard work and success. My spirit rose with faith so true. At my door, opportunities priceless. I found a better me, found my place, my destiny. I found a better me, found my place, my destiny. Because here is where I belong. Because here is where I belong. ITS, the education group. ITS, the education group.
Our respected dignitaries, our chief guest, Professor R.K. Khar sir, guest of honor, Dr. Shanmugh Pandyan sir, our honorable vice chairman, Mr. Arpit Chadda sir, director, ITS College of Pharmacy, Dr. S. Sadish Kumar sir, distinguished guests, and all the wonderful participants. It is a great honor for me, Rosalind Mishra, Assistant Professor, ITS College of Pharmacy, to welcome you all on behalf of ITS College of Pharmacy to this online 5-day AICTE Atal FDP on drug engineering challenges and innovations. I would like to express my most sincere gratitude for your presence on this inaugural function as the gateway to the initiation to our scientific sessions. Let us all now, with folded hands and gratitude in our hearts, begin the Saraswati Vandana.
या कुंदेन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्र वस्त्रावृता या वीणा वरदण्ड मण्डितकरा या श्वेत पद्मासना देवै सदा वन्दिता तामां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेष जाड्यापः।
Thank you. May I now request you to rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I once again thank you all. Now, we are all assembled here for the online 5-day AICTE Atal FDP on drug engineering challenges and innovation. Drug engineering covers drug discovery, dosage form design, analytical evaluation, and industrial manufacturing, along with the quality and regulatory aspects. Recent developments in pharmaceutical industry in post-pandemic scenario call for R&D support. This FDP shall bring together the experts from educational institutes to talk about contemporary expansion in the industrial spaces and discuss the best approaches to advance drug products. This FDP will host speakers from academia to discuss recent advances in basic and applied aspects of new drug products. This FDP will underscore the latest scientific advancements in the field of drug discovery, formulation aspects, analytical methods, and quality control approaches during manufacture, as well as continuously renewing the regulatory guidelines. The major objectives of this FDP would be to develop new research opportunities by addressing various facets of ongoing thrust areas, to bridge about the gap between researchers and funding agencies.
You're gone mute, Rosalind.
Right, sir. I shall continue again. This FDP shall focus to bridge about the gaps between researchers and funding agencies, to consolidate the research base by focusing on regulatory and commercial angles, to educate the researchers about IPR management. So, participants, let us all now get together and utilize this opportunity to collect our pearls of wisdom from this ocean of information. With this, may I now request Ms. Snigdha Bharadwaj, Assistant Professor, ITS College of Pharmacy, to speak a few words about our college.
Thank you, Ms. Rosalie. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you are audible.
Good morning, one and all. I am Snigdha Bharadwaj, Assistant Professor, ITS College of Pharmacy. First, I would like to welcome you all sharing this virtual platform of Atal FDP organized by ITS College of Pharmacy. It's my immense pleasure to introduce you to ITS College of Pharmacy. ITS, the education group, established the college in the year 2004 to impart high quality education in the field of pharmacy. The college is running D.Pharm, B.Pharm, and M.Pharm, M.Pharm in Pharmaceutics and Pharmacology, approved by AICTE and Pharmacy Council of India. D.Pharm course is affiliated to Board of Technical Education, Lucknow, whereas B.Pharm and M.Pharm courses are affiliated to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. The college is approved by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University as a research center of PhD program. The college provides a stimulating and productive environment for pharmaceutical education and research. It fosters a healthy academic environment in which the performance, goals, and growth of each student is being assessed and developed. ITS College of Pharmacy is aimed at training students who would fill up void in the Indian pharmaceutical industry, namely educated expert worker. With this, I would conclude here and I really appreciate you all for attending this program. Now, I request our host, Ms. Rosaline, to take over. Thank you again.
Thank you, Ms. Snigdha. May I now take the privilege to call upon our Director, Sir, Dr. S. Sadish Kumar, for his welcome address. Sadish, sir, please.
Thank you, Ms. Rosaline.
Yes.
Good morning, one and all. I'm highly delighted to welcome you all for this AICTE Atal-sponsored FTP on Drug Engineering Challenges and Innovations, which is being organized by ITS College of Pharmacy. On behalf of ITS, I would like to thank the AICTE for their great initiative with sponsorship and the management of ITS, the education group, for their encouragement and kind support for organizing this event. Now, I take pleasure in inviting our chief guest of the program, Dr. Roop Kishan Kar sir, ex-dean Jamia Hamdard, and currently is the director of B.S. Anandpuri Institute of Pharmacy, Faridabad. And the guest of honor, Dr. Shanmuga Pandian, Dean Satyabama University, Chennai. Honored have you among you as. Now, the theme of this program, that is drug engineering, which is focused on discovering. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. This is focused on discovering, formulating, manufacturing medication, analytical and quality control processes, and on designing, building, and improving manufacturing sites that produce drugs. To talk about this, I feel greatly honored hearing our eminent speakers of the day, Dr. Brahmeshwar Mishra, Professor, Department of Pharmaceutical Engineering and Technology, IIT BHU, and Dr. Surajit Debnath, Head, Department of Medical Laboratory Technology, AICTE Institute, Women Institute, Government of Tripura, PI, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, PO, NSS, Government of India. It's a great honor to host such eminent personalities along with other 12 speakers who have scaled great heights in their career and have gained oceans of knowledge through their vast experience spanning many years. We are blessed to have you, sir. I wholeheartedly extend my thanks for taking out time from your extreme schedule to enlighten our faculty. I also welcome all of you get to enjoy the fruit of our labor. This would not have been possible without the arduous work extended by our faculty, coordinator, and co-coordinators. I'm sure everyone joined here, would be benefited by this program and take back loads of knowledge. Let's get ready to fill our brains with the knowledge about drug engineering challenges and innovations. Have a great session. Thank you one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Welcome back, all of you. May I now request Dr. Radha Goel to formally introduce our chief guest, Professor Dr. R.K. Khar.
Thank you, Ms. Rosalie. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Respected dignitaries, Director, ITS College of Pharmacy, and participants, a very good morning to you all. I, Dr. Radha Goel, on behalf of ITS College of Pharmacy, heartily welcomes our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Roop Kishan Kar. Professor Roop Kishan Kar is a renowned academician and a research scientist. He served in various administrative and academic positions for more than 35 years at Jamia Hamdard in the capacities of Dean and HOD of Faculty of Pharmacy, Dean Student Welfare, Placement Officer, and Proctor of Jamia Hamdard. He has supervised 18 PhD and 200 M.Pharms theses and published more than 300 research papers in international and national journals with a cumulative impact point of more than 450, H-index of 60, I-10 index of 175, and citation of more than 18,000. Dr. Khar is inventor of 2 US and 15 Indian patents. He has published 13 textbooks, including the 4th revised edition of Theo Lackman Textbook of Industrial Pharmacy, an introduction to novel drug delivery system. Presently, Professor Khar is a professor and director of B.S. Anandpuria Group of Institutions, Faridabad. He serves in advisory capacity in many institutions and universities. He is a director of leading pharma manufacturing company Unicure India Limited and executive director of consultancy company Formulate Consult. He is the chairman of the Society of Clinical Research approved by Drug Controller Journal of India and accredited by NABH. He is a fellow of Indian Pharmaceutical Association. He has been the member of Unani Pharmacopoeia Committee 2008 to 2011 and a member of Parliamentary Committee on Fixed Dose Combination of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and received Lifetime Achievement Award from Indian Pharmaceutical Association, Mumbai in 2018. Sir, we are so honored to have you as a chief guest with us. Now I request the Honorable Chief Guest to address the participants and cast the light of knowledge upon us. Sir.
Thank you very much. Well, I welcome each and every one of you to this FTP program.
Thank you.
I mean, very honorable Vice Chairman of ITS Educational Group of Institutions, Shri Arpit Chadha, the dynamic principal, Sadish Kumarji, and the esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Shanmunga Pandian, the host to this program, Rosalind Mishra, and all the faculty members who have been participating directly and indirectly. And each and every one of you, I heartily welcome you. And at the outset, I should compliment the director principal, Dr. Sadish Kumar and his young dynamic team for having made proactive efforts in organizing this FDP, which is sponsored by AICTE. We need to appreciate the management of this institution, certainly, for providing all the support and encouragement to update the faculty through such continuous education programs in order to keep abreast with the contemporary times, the new developments, and promote the quality assurance attributes in the teaching and learning process of the institution. I'm quite aware with this management for quite some time. Since I have been associated with this institute, I know they have been improving over the period of time, and recently they got accredited also by NBA, and they have been participating in various quality assurance programs for uplifting the teaching and learning process and the quality of education per se. The pharmaceutical industry and other employers are looking for graduates and postgraduates which are empowered with strong fundamentals and knowledge body of high quality and content, and which are certainly to be one, very purposeful. This knowledge has to be applicative in nature, and this knowledge has to be outcome based. So, and also it has to be aligned with the current and the changing environment of the current times, because the knowledge is not static at all. It is dynamic, it is evolving, and we have to keep moving and learning every day. That is what we call as lifelong learning. And the aim of such FDPs is to train the trainers, certainly, to keep them updated. But much will depend on as to how the stakeholders, the faculty, and ultimately the students are able to take the advantage of such efforts, or the current terms we call it as current understanding. What is the actual outcome of such ventures? You spend so much of time, you spend so much of energy, you spend so much of money on organizing these programs. We should understand, we should find out what are the actual tangible, useful outcomes of such programs. I have to request, make a small request to the director, Dr. Sadish Kumar, in this context. You have chosen so many eminent experts and speakers who will deliver lectures on important topics relevant to the current times and relevant to your theme, which is also very good. All these lectures will carry an important message and knowledge body, which is important, which is crucial. But dear friends, faculty members, this should not end here when the program gets over. This should not be forgotten. Let these topics and the important knowledge body be divided into various elements and subtopics, which can start a chain of further discussions and brainstorming sessions with the teachers themselves and between the teachers and the students. Students can be given assignments on important topics for further studies. You see, anything which is, what I mean is the process should continue. The progress and the outcomes are linked with the sustainability of your efforts. Unless and until the efforts are continuous and they are not one-time efforts, they have to go continuously. Otherwise, the outcomes, the enthusiasm, and the rich benefits of these programs will go in oblivion after 1 or 2 weeks. So it's very important to understand what is important for students, what is important for teachers, to dilate on them, to discuss on them, and to make a more proactive efforts. Next, I would like to make another very humble submission to all the teachers. That the COVID-19 pandemic has taught us so many things, and we have successfully gone through many challenges. And since last about 2 years now, the teaching and learning methodology has made a paradigm shift. What we call as, we need to evolve as far as the pedagogy is concerned. The time has come when we have to change. It's not the same routine. So the first mantra is, whether it is COVID-19, whether it is not COVID-19, which we are entering now, the pedagogy has to change. When I was a student, you know what was the key element? The key element was information. Information was scarce. Information was rare. And teachers used to collect that information. They used to give that information to us. We used to go to the library, sit there, late nights, write down and refer chemical abstracts, refer reference books and all those things. Write and write and write, It was that time when information was the key. So let me tell all the teachers and the friends and the students, information is not the key now. Information is available free. It is available free on various portals. And we have to understand that if we give a presentation through a PowerPoint presentation, this is not the total end of it. This is something which is very additional. It is something which forms a very subsidiary part of your knowledge or a pedagogical tool. The current times, since the information is available very freely, we have to change our pedagogical terms and conditions. I would like to give you the four important elements which need to be taken into consideration. Element 1, it is strengthening of the basic fundamentals in the domain subject. The teachers need to understand what they are teaching. What is the application of their topics they are teaching to the students? What is the relevance? What is the outcome? And what are the basic concepts involved? because it is that basic concept which will create a strong platform for the student to grow. Your PowerPoint presentation, your publications, everything will form an additional source of knowledge. But it's important to understand that that is what I have seen in many students. They lack the basic concepts. If you lack the basic concepts at the earnest in the beginning, it's very difficult to strengthen them at the later stage. The second important aspect, the second element of the pedagogy which we need to change, students should be imparted specific skills which are relevant to the domain knowledge. You know, pharmaceutical sciences, or for that matter, any professional subject, carries at least 50% workload which is related to practicals. I think it's important to underline, it's important to identify what are those experimental skills with which the students needs to be strengthened. We need to understand that every student at the end of the day has to have some USP. So this is the second. I don't want to just waste quite a lot of time on this. So this is the second element, your skills. What do you carry with you? So what are the basic fundamentals with you? And second, what are the skills? You should be able to identify that. You should be known for the forte you have, the USP you have, the skills you have. Unless and until you identify it, you will not be a successful professional. Third element, students need to be given time to speak. Students should be able to express. We need not to just talk all the time, 60 minutes. It's of no use. It's a monologue. We have to discover the talent of the students. We have to know the capabilities of the students. We have to know what are their weaknesses, and we have to know what are their strengths. Unless and until we are able to weaken their weaknesses and strengthen their strengths, will not be a good teacher and will not be able to have good students. So it's very important to know your student. It's very important to know their weaknesses and strengths and upgrade them, evolve them, improve them over a period of time. That's why we say work more, think much. Thinking काफी कम हो गई है. We have to invoke the process of spirit of inquiry in the students. That's very important. It has not to be just like that. Then talk relevant, talk purposeful. Let it not be unending lecture with no purpose. We should know why we are talking, to whom we are talking. Are they listening to you, or are you just talking to the walls? So all these things are very important. You need to put more proactive efforts as a teacher. You need to find out what is the central idea of your lecture. These are the three elements. And the fourth element, again, very important. It is what we call as in the current times, we have to be abreast with various life skills. One is what we call as the experimental skills or knowledge skills. That is related to your profession, pharmaceutical sciences. But friends, performance at the workplace, performance at the place where you're placed is directly proportional to your life skills and the clarity of the knowledge base. So I don't want to give a lecture on life skills, but you know it very well. WHO has listed at least 10 life skills, which are very important when you settle down as a professional. You need to give attention to positive attitude in your own self and in the students. And you need to also develop, improve your own communication skills from time to time, and also give attention to whether your students are improving those communication skills. We have what we call as a three-dimensional quality of communication skills. We call it the skills of perception, one, the skills of observation, and the skills of expression. These are the three dimensions of communication skills which need to be developed in the teachers as well as in the students to perceive things, to observe things for a researcher. And thirdly, to be able to express, to be able to talk in any language, but be able to express confidently because you have a good knowledge base, because you have a good fundamentals. That's how you will be able to do. Then amongst the life skills, what is important also, you should have qualities of having a compassion, having the helpful attitude. I think your ITS group of institutions have done a very, very good job during COVID times. There are so many social outreach programs. This teaches the students also that they should be compassionate. They should be able to go into the others' feet and know what is their pain, what are their problems. And then another important thing which the students and the teachers need to understand, students fail in their place of work because they lack the team spirit. They cannot go along with second person. You will not be successful. You could have a lot of knowledge, a lot of being an intellectual, but if you cannot go along with people, if you cannot have that diversity and unity in your intrinsic nature, you will not be a successful professional. Then I also want to mention that you need to be able to present yourself very well. Presentation means how do you talk to elders, to teachers, to youngsters, to everybody, all different denominations, how you talk to them. What is your body language? Are you pleasant? Are you unpleasant? Are you serious? Always in a bad mood, that's not going to help, How do you relate to students when you are with them? Then how do you dress? This is also important, Don't think that, I can dress anything, anytime. That's why many institutions have some uniform code, So that also plays some role. Then lastly, cleanliness and hygiene. So these are some 3 or 4 life skills which will go a long way for you to develop those good qualities and those performance attributes in students and your own self. So cutting the long story short, in conclusion, I can say, first and the foremost, you should continue the process of learning. It should not stop once the FDP is over. Yes, you make some notes and that is put on the shelf and you don't see that shelf and those notes for the next 5 years. You need to continue on that, at least what you have liked. I don't say you will like all the lectures, but at least there will be certain things which you like the most. Develop on them and move on them. Be a lifelong learner and keep moving with the times. And don't only think that you have to learn pharmaceutical sciences. You have to be aware with everything. Keep knowing what is happening around you, what is happening in science, what is happening in technology, what is happening in new vaccines developed, and how and what, how you can help, how can you be a good pharmacist. All this is very important. Fourth, discover your potential and hidden talent. Everybody is talented. I'm telling you with conviction that talent is lying hidden in you. You have to discover your talent and you have to work more. Purusharth. Purusharth is important. Move from the lag phase to the log phase. In mathematics, move from the lag phase to the log phase. My friends, there is no place for mediocrity. Mediocrity means average. It's just roti, kabda, makan. That's all. You can just live life. Take oxygen. That also sometimes may not be available due to bacteria like COVID-19 vaccines and other things. Then try to move on the level of excellence. It's very important. The scale of excellence. You have to be able to have your own identity, have your own place, have your own forte, have your own USP. Unless and until you have that, you will not be a successful performer. The next, develop strong knowledge base with clarity of basic concepts and fundamentals. That is a very strong platform for you for life. Then develop life skills and right positive attitude over a period of time. Shun negative tendencies and thoughts. Please shun negativity. There will be a lot of negativity around you. Please don't pay attention to it. And lastly, let me tell you that the degrees and percentage of marks may not always be just proportional to your performance. What I have said earlier, they are sometimes more important. They predominate in your life. They predominate in your place of work. Unless and until you keep evaluating yourself, you keep self-assessing yourself every 6 months, every 1 year, you will not be able to improve. If I am able to invoke and inspire only 10% of people who are there, I think my talk has been successful. With these words, I will conclude my presentation and wish the principal, the director, and the ITS educational group all the best, and tell them that you should be able to conduct such programs regularly, monitor them, and continuously educate your students and teachers. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening speech motivation. Now, I request my host, Ms. Rosalie Mishra, to take over the session.
Thank you, ma'am. Such inspiring information, sir. There was so much to take home from your short speech. Concept-based teaching and learning, experimental skill development, discovering our students' strengths and weakness, honing our life skills. We will definitely remember and try and imbibe these attributes in us, sir. Definitely. Thank you, sir. I may now welcome Ms. Iti Chauhan, Assistant Professor, ITS College of Pharmacy, to formally introduce our guest of honor, Dr. P. Shanmugh Pandian, sir. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, Rosalie. Good morning, one and all present here. I, Iti Chauhan, Assistant Professor, ITS College of Pharmacy, welcome you all to 5-day AICTE Atal FDP on Drug Engineering Challenges and Innovations. On behalf of Institute, I cordially invite our guest of honor, Dr. P. Shanmugh Pandian. Dr. P. Shanmugh Pandian currently holds the position of Dean and Professor at School of Pharmacy, Satyabhama Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai. He has earned his B.Pharm, M.Pharm and PhD degree from the Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University, Chennai. He has a teaching experience of 22 years. In these 22 years, he has a rich 12-year experience as professor and principal. He has guided many students at graduate and postgraduate level. He has also supervised 6 PhD scholars. Presently, 7 PhD research scholars are under his guidance. He has published 85 papers in national and international journals. He is a lifetime member in Indian Pharmaceutical Association, IPA, Tamil Nadu branch, Association of Pharmaceutical Teachers of India, Indian Pharmacy Graduate Association. Sir, we are honored to have your kind presence. Now, I would like to invite Dr. P. Shanmugh Pandian to address our respected guests and FDP participants. Sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much for my introduction. Is it audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Thank you, sir. I welcome one and all the participants and delegates. And first of all, I thank the ITS College of Pharmacy Vice Chairman for the permission to conduct the AICTE sponsor Atal program. And I thank Dr. Satish Kumar, Director, and his team members for his organizing 5 days faculty development program. Usually the faculty development program to enrich the knowledge for the faculty members. In this, today, Dr. given motivational speech, how we can enrich our knowledge, we can enrich the students' knowledge. Dr. Satish Kumar arranged 5 days faculty development program in the topic drug engineering challenges and innovation. Drug engineering usually contain bulk drug manufacturing and dosage form formulations. But in our country, bulk drug formulation not much developed due to the huge investment. I hope so you understand these problems during this time of COVID. There's somebody saying that remdesivir, it will be suppress COVID. But we don't have the raw material. We have to wait for the other country. They have to supply the raw material for us. Then only we can make the formulation. Like that, if you are going for vaccine, Covishield, that time initially Covishield only came. That is from China. For that formulation, everything we have to wait from the China. Like that, bulk drug formulation, we depend upon the other countries. Even though in the formulation developments, we are in world, 40% formulations supplied to our world. We are the 40% drugs we are supplying to the world. Due to the facility and economical criteria. Compared to other country, here we can manufacture economically. In this formulation development, for example, NSAID drugs. All the NSAID drugs, it gives the gastric irritation, ulcer. Due to the reason, the industry peoples, they develop sustained release dosage forms. In that also, they got the problem. Every 4 hours, bowel evacuation will be there. Due to that, we are not able to maintain 24 hours. Due to that gastric irritation, it producing. So, after that, they develop now floating tablets. It produces less irritation and it is effective. For this floating tablet manufacturing, we require low density polymers. With the help of low density polymers, it will be float in the stomach fluids. It will not evacuate after 4 hours. So it may produce a sustained effect. Or otherwise, mucoadhesive tablets we can make. These are the reason formulation we made. Like that, each and every formulation, we are changing the formulations. Usually, the drug should be absorbed, that is active constituent. In the as-it-is form, it should not decompose or it should not be damaged. The drug will be absorbed if it is acidic condition in stomach. If it is in alkaline condition, it will be in the intestine. So if it is required, the drug should be absorbed in the intestine. We are making the drug in the pH 7.8. That will be, we are saying that targeted drug design. Which place the drug action is required. On that particular pH, we are changing the formulation and give to the patient. Like that, as per the patient convenient, we are changing the formulations. Then, if you are going for capsulation, we are doing the micro encapsulation. In the micro encapsulation advantages, the small dose of drug, it produces therapeutic value. At the same time, you can give combination of drugs also you can give. The combination of drugs, it may be a different time of release. So it may produce constant release. The drug content will be available in the biological system. Like that, we are changing the formulation according to our requirements. Like whatever formulation we are making, new formulation we are modifying according. I request the faculty members kindly update the knowledges. You should share to your students. Like Dr. R.K. Khar told, you have to give time for the students to share the knowledge. Then only we can improve a lot of things. With these small things, I request all the faculty members who are the delegates, kindly update your knowledge and share your knowledges to your students and other your colleagues. Thank you very much for the opportunities for all the team organizers and Dr. Satish Kumar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this knowledge boosting session. It must have enlightened all the delegates present here. Now, I would like to hand over the session to Ms. Rosaline Mishra. Rosaline.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir, for your enlightening session. I now request Dr. Praveen Gaur, Professor and Dean, ITS College of Pharmacy.
Respected dignitaries and attendees, I am Dr. Praveen Gaur, Dean, ITS College of Pharmacy. It's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks in this inaugural session on behalf of our institution. With immense gratitude and respect, I thank our Honorable VP, Mr. Ashwin Siddha, sir, encouraging us in all our endeavors. I must thank respected Chief Guest, Dr. Rupkishan Khar, Director B.S. Adanpulia, Institute of Pharmacy, for leading and inspiring us for the conduction of this event. Also, genuine regard for this august presence and continuous encouragement. Thank you, sir. I express my gratitude on our honorable guest of honor, Dr. P. Shanmugha Pandian, Dean, Satyabhama Baba University, for gracing this occasion and providing his undying support. Thank you, sir. We express deepest regard towards our distinguished speakers who will enlighten us with their commendable views. We are highly obliged with your presence at this forum. Sincere thanks to our eminent director, sir, Dr. S. Satish Kumar from ITS College of Pharmacy, for providing us this platform to organize the FBSD. He provided the much needed motivation and guidance for organizing this event. My whole hearty regard for all the attendees who are devoting their precious time in this FBSD. I genuinely hope that this event will provide you with a depth understanding and knowledge about the topic of drug engineering. Last but not the least, the member of organizing committee who are tirelessly working to make this dream into a reality. Thank you again to all of you. Now over to Ms. Rosaline for further.
Thank you, sir. All now respected guests and dear attendees, I have a small announcement. It is my sincere request to join the link of YouTube, which has been forwarded in the group, for common inauguration of 44th online Atal FDP. This will be till 11 a.m. Thereafter, at 11 a.m., please join for our preceding sessions. Thank you.
Very good afternoon, one and all. I warmly welcome our Honorable Vice Chairman of ITS, the Education Group, Sri Arpit Chadda, sir, who has taken his precious time out to honor us. Sir, I would like to place it on record the immense support you have been for us to organize this important event of AICTE. You have been our backbone in all our endeavors, as you never hesitated to hold my hand and lead me in every single step I take, with your valuable and meticulous suggestions and corrections as well, which have made us organize such grand events in a well-polished manner. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Before I would welcome our Honorable Vice Chairman, sir, to give his address. I would like to take few minutes to read out his profile. Sir. Arpit Chadda, sir, an alumnus of Scindia School and University of Delhi. He's a postgraduate in business administration and currently vice chairman of one of the leading group of educational institutes of North India, ITS, the Education Group. Group offers 17 diploma, UG, PG and PhD programs in the area of ITS, IT, management, engineering, dentistry, pharmacy and physiotherapy, along with 2 hospitals. The group was started in 1995 and has now grown in 4 different campuses, 8 institutes with over 8,000 students studying at any point of time and a competent pool of 750 plus faculty members. Under the visionary leadership of Mr. Chadda, ITS Education Group is creating benchmarks in the field of higher education to be followed by others and is committed to provide high quality education and to serve the underprivileged segment of society. These efforts are well recognized and appreciated. Mr. Chadda, sir, was recently included in its book, 100 Inspiring Indians, published by News 47 Media. He was also recently appointed as a member of administration and organizing committee, IFTDO conferences, ISTD, Indian Society for Training and Development. He is an active member of various professional bodies, including FICCI, CEGR, AMA, AICCI, ICPEI, and contributing in the growth and promotion of education, research, and sports in the country. Few of them are Vice President in GMA, member in FICCI, member in Delhi District Cricket Association, Vice President in Ghaziabad Management Association,
Thank you, Sadesh. Thank you, Sadesh. I really appreciate all the warm welcome he's given me. Very good morning to everyone. In fact, very good afternoon to everyone present here. I would like to just take 2 minutes of yours for this very good initiative, AICTE sponsored 5-day FDP, which we are holding today. I would like to congratulate Dr. Sadesh and his team for pulling this off. I could see in the flyer which has been made and promoted as well, there are very good speakers from IIT and other places as well who would be interacting. As you heard in his speech, we started with 60 students around 26 years ago. And the group has grown to 8,000 plus students. I've always said it and I'll speak it again. This has only been possible because of fabulous team which ITS has always had. We're blessed to have a fabulous group of teachers with us, ably led by amazing directors. I've always said an institution is as good as its resources. And we at ITS truly believe that any education institute would always be known by its students and the teachers. Again, as I said earlier, we've been blessed to have good teachers with us. We've always also been blessed to have good students with us. The brand ITS has become a brand only because the students have brought in laurels to the institute. We've had university toppers for almost all the years, past 10, 15 years. We've had students doing well overall. academics is one part, but we've always focused on the overall growth of a student. We also believe that the teachers who train, teachers should themselves be trained. Henceforth, this FDP has been organized today on drug engineering challenges and innovation. There's nothing which can carry on without innovation. I would not go into the detail of the pharmacy aspect of it. There are giants, there are people who've done it and who've been doing it for years and years and would be speaking after me. It would be a great interaction you will have with them. It would be a great learning thing. All I would say is innovation. If I talk about innovation, we've seen big companies like Nokia, etc., shutting down because there was an innovation in place. We've seen another company like Apple coming in and every year or so launching different phones called 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12 Apple iPhones. This is kind of an innovation which they are doing. One innovation is launching something new altogether. New aeroplane, when it was created, it was an innovation. But similarly, iPhone 1 was an innovation. Similarly, even the next models which they have launched is an innovation in itself, because they've added, subtracted different things into the model. That is how it goes. I would once again like to thank all the speakers who joined in. My request to the students: be a good listener today. These are all the dignitaries who are speaking after me. They've seen a lot. They've seen a lot. They're all. Congratulations to Dr. Sadesh and his team for pulling this FDP. Congratulations.